Yo, what is up guys, it's me Eve again here playing Tokyo Ghoul Break the Chains, and the new unit just came in. Shinohara came in with both legs up forward right in our faces, and he's a fucking menace. I have no other way to describe this guy. He's a scary motherfucker, because he single-handedly just nerfed Aogiri to the ground. He just made CCG fight between like number one spot with Anteiku at this point, because he is a crazy one. So you might be asking yourself, why is he so good? Again, his stats on the basic stats are pretty good. He's overall like a very solid character, as you can see from here. Number 6 on attack, defense, number 8, 13 on HP, CP. Not like anything crazy. Again, he's not like number 1 or anything like that, but his passive skills are insane. So let's take a look at his kit overall. Active skill right here: deal damage equal to 275% of attack to all enemies and reduce their damage dealt by 20%. And this is already scary. Very scary. 20% damage reduction already just by using his skills is already very scary. But this is not what makes him OP as fuck. This is where he gets incredibly broken. So, first passive. After allied CCG character takes damage, inflict 1 warning to the target up to 4 stacks. When the stacks limit is reached, inflict disarm to the target. When an enemy with a disarm releases an active skill, remove disarm and all warnings and inflict the character exhaustion for 2 turns. When the battle starts, inflict all enemies with 1 warning. So this is where the actually crazy stuff starts happening. So first of all, warning, reduce damage dealt by 5%. So basically in 1 turn, if you have if he's gonna be on 1 star, and mostly on the later servers, everywhere there he's gonna be like on D and higher, so you easily get the first 4 stacks just easily in the first turn. So you're getting this 20% reduction from here. You're getting 20% reduction from here if he actually attacked with using him, and I think at least once, but they're definitely gonna be attacking. So let's assume you get 20, you get a 3-star skill and you get 20%, but again you can get 15 here, but not too big of a difference. Again, you're already getting a 20 damage reduction, 40% damage reduction actually. Now disarm is in play, because when the stacks limit is reached, you inflict disarm to the targets. So now you're not only getting those 40%, but now reducing attack related stats by 20% and increasing damage taken by 20%. So you're basically reduced by 50% at this point already, as well as you're now gonna, next turn, you're gonna take another 20% more bonus for the damage for you, if you're fighting again versus CCG here. So when an enemy with a disarm releases an active skill, remove all disarm and all warnings and inflict. Again, so after they put this stuff on you, now it's your turn to go, right? So if you're playing Aogiri, you're gonna be going and you're gonna get exhausted. Exhaustion is basically immobilized. So it's basically like weakened, but you'll be exhausted for 2 turns, and you will be just standing there watching him beat you to the death. When the effect removes, reduce your active skill damage by 50% for 1 turn. So then here you're gonna get another 50% after you get away from that exhaustion. And at this point, if he applies the stacks again, you're gonna get 100% almost damage reduction on this, and this is insanity. Again, it only works for the active skill, so all of this reduction is going to be for active skill with this exhaustion. So it's not going to be for the passives. For example, like Tatara's passive is not going to get damage reduction or anything like that. But still, your active skill will get such a big damage reduction that is insane. So first star, when your turn ends, if all characters who used active skill during this turn are allied CCG characters, deal damage equal to 160% of attack to all enemies and inflict target 1 warning. So this is why you're gonna be getting, even in RTA, you're gonna get all 4 stacks on here, because if you're going for a full CCG, you're gonna get this 4 stacks instantly, even in RTA. And again, 160% attack, not too crazy, but again, it's gonna be okay because Tatra, for example, like Akira, all of them do the same type of damage after the finish of the battle, and that is still a valid damage here. As well as still, it is very good because of the stacks that it gives. Apply Weak reduces the target's basic stat by 5%, also huge. Each time an enemy gains 1 warning, decrease all enemies' attack and defense by 2%. So you're getting a 40% reduction in terms of damage already here. Then you're getting another 50 here for attack. And now you're getting another damage reduction in here, bro. For every stack. So it's, let's say you have 4 stacks, right? So now you're getting 8%, another 8% here. So it's more than 50% basically you're getting overall. If we're not counting exhaustion as well, that could lead you basically to having more than 100% reduction right there. When an enemy removes disarm, reduce all enemies' stats by 10%, another 10%. So this is another already 60% here in terms of damage reduction. And this is going crazy. Gaining Power Burst increases all allied characters' basic stats by 5% for 1 turn. Previously, Renji was the guy who had the biggest damage reduction out of all of the characters after he inflicts all of his stacks and he gets everything going. Masked Renji had the biggest one. But now, Renji is forgotten. This fucking guy just melts you down. You're not gonna be doing any damage after he attacks you, as well as he's gonna be making you immobilized, so you basically can't do anything next turn. Especially for Aogiri, that's really bad because they don't have debuff immunity, so you probably will need to run Itori at this point, otherwise you're immobilized if you don't run her. For Anteko, obviously it doesn't matter because Teen Hinami has the debuff immunity, so Anteko doesn't care about this stuff. But Aogiri is gonna get hit so hard. It's gonna be very hard. And if you can't one-shot them, if you can't one-shot CCG, and especially CCG's now current days is very tanky. I wouldn't say in terms of tankiness they're on the same par as a full-on build on Anteiku, but again they're still very tanky. It's gonna be very hard to one-shot them if you don't have the like full-on builds on Aogiri that can perfectly you perfectly need to get those like 3-star skills to one-shot with Jason. You need everything to work perfectly, and then you might one-shot someone out of the whole team. And this is where this guy is gonna fuck you up if you don't kill him before he can apply all of this. This is insane amount of reduction he's gonna apply, as well as debuffs. And if you are wondering what type of team you would want to use in CCG with him, I think the best one is obviously this standard CCG team that you would usually use. It's gonna be, again, if you want to use all of the CCG members, because again he also gets most buffs if you use everyone in your team who's being CCG. In that sense, this is probably your team to go. You can obviously switch San for someone in this team as well. You can switch up your if you don't have light Arima on the very high end here, you can switch him for Sen. You can switch red Arima for Sen, but again I would rather recommend using him. But if you want to go for the tanky road, I would recommend switching red Arima. Again, if you have Amon, definitely not switchable because Amon's damage is insane and you can't really switch any one of them for him. So in that sense, Sen could be also played here, because again, Light Arima is also an AoE damage dealer, but now you can switch him up for this Shinohara, who's also AoE damage dealer, as well as he's blue. So he kind of counterplays Ayato even harder, the red Ayato I mean. But even if you're not running a red Ayato in the Oro Gibi, you're still gonna get fucked, pretty much. But other than that, again, I would recommend just going full CCG on this, probably, because again, he really likes having CCG units there. After all, allied CCG, again, you don't need to have full CCG. Again, Sen is good to go, but still, if the more CCG units you have, the better. So I definitely can see some people using just a pure CCG build without even having any other units who are gonna be supports there. As well as you can obviously use someone like Akira if you have really big investments in terms of Akira. Akira also is a huge debuffer who makes red Ayato go blank, basically, because this is bonkers stuff that she can do. And with her and our Akira and Shinohara being together, I think they work perfectly together. They seem very strong as a team. Both of them can have the advantage in terms of attribute for someone like Red Ayato. And I think this is something that could actually kill Red Ayato and remove him from meta, because this guy is extremely strong and extremely scary, and this could actually be the end of Red Ayato being in the meta for all. Like something like that happened already when we got Juzo. Juzo, when he just came out, everyone went crazy for Juzo. Everyone had him, everyone was playing him. But after this guy was introduced, Juzo got forgotten, totally forgotten, because again, Ayato was bigger, stronger, everything in that sense. But Juzo, even though Juzo is still a great character, he's green, and that means Ayato, he's already got a passive that gives 1 point of weak to this guy, and now he just needs to attack 2 more times in RTA, and he's sleeping basically. And if he's sleeping, he can attack, and that means he's useless in the team, because if you're surviving 2 turns, he's not killing you in 1 turn, he's killing you in 2. So now with this guy, this could be the era where Red Ayato is actually forgotten as well, because there's not gonna be a point where you need to play him, because this guy is gonna demolish him to the ground. Other than this, thanks a lot for watching this video. I think he's a really great unit here. Definitely recommend getting him if you are a CCG player. The only thing is, half anniversary is coming. There's gonna be a huge units, I believe, in the anniversary for sure. It's always like that in different games as well, and I think there are gonna be a really OP units there, so you might think carefully with what you want to do. Again, if you're having a CCG unit team, go for him. Definitely worth it. Really good unit. It's gonna be worth it for you. But if you're not even like taking CCG into consideration, you don't have any characters, you're not building them at all, anything like that, just forget about him existing, because again, he's not that good for any other team other than CCG. He's gonna be played in there, like for sure he's gonna be meta. I believe so. Like, this is the character that I can for sure tell you that is gonna be meta, because he seems OP as hell. So other than that, please don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment. I stream every day, so if you don't want to miss, subscribe, or you can join the Discord as well. We always talk about Tokyo Ghoul as well as other gacha games in there, as well as I always notify beforehand if I'm gonna stream or not. And hopefully you have a great day. I'll see you on next one.